The president has been critical of mail-in ballots for the election in certain states, and recent moves by the Postmaster General have raised concerns about delivering the ballots on time. WPTV News Channel 5's Matt Cesny looked into how prepared the post office will be.
Being put under this type of scrutiny, it's ridiculous, especially when we have an election coming up.
The president of the Postal Workers Union in West Palm Beach, Kevin Young, says he thinks they can handle the flood of mail-in ballots expected to move through this facility, which handles, he says, mail from Delray to Fort Pierce.
It's best to give us as much time as possible, but again, we go through the mail continuously. If we find it, it's identifiable, we will pull it out and separate it and make sure it gets to the supervisor of elections.
Young tells us during the recent restructuring of the Postal Service, at least 4 mail sorting machines have been taken apart in the building, but there are still about 20 operating, able, he says, to handle about 30,000 pieces of mail an hour. The supervisor of elections in Palm Beach County says the number of requests for mail-in ballots is approaching 370,000 and is expected to top 500,000 for the presidential election.
We've been in contact with the post office because we read about the sorters that they were losing, and they've assured us that that's not going to affect election mail.
Wendy Sartori-Link says mail-in ballots are set to be mailed out September 24th, and she's advising voters not to waste time in getting them back in the mail before the election night deadline. Some voters say they'll take matters into their own hands.
I've registered to do mail-in, but I'm going to take my ballot and drop it off.
Okay.
And then I don't have to worry about it.
In West Palm Beach, Matt Cesny, WPTV News Channel 5.